Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. It's Monday, May 25th, I believe. We're coming to you live from Mystic Fitness. We stream to you live absolutely every single day. This is going live on Facebook and Instagram. And after the live feed ends, we archive the videos so that they can stay on both those social media sites, but we also upload them to YouTube. So if you know somebody who's not really into social media, that's a great way for them to tune in and find us. We're under Mystic Fitness. All of our videos get uploaded there. And if you have a smart TV or a Roku stick or Amazon Fire Stick, you might have a YouTube app, and so it'll be really easy for you to watch our practices from your TV, get a little bit of a bigger screen, maybe a little bit better sound, which is awesome. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Elise. Thank you for joining us. We love interacting with you guys, so when you hop on, drop a little comment, say hello so that we know you're here. We love hearing from you. And we love seeing where you are practicing from. So feel free to send us a picture or a little video of where you are practicing from at home, what your home studio looks like. Tag us in anything you post. We love, love, love to see it. And we love that you guys are joining us to continue your home practices while we are all still a little bit stuck at home. We're going to bring you a power flow this morning. We're going to get started in just a minute. Grab your mat, grab a block. If you don't have any blocks at home, you can use a couple towels or maybe a book or a box with a towel wrapped around it just to soften the edges out a little bit. If you like to practice with a strap or a belt, feel free to grab that as well. Make sure you have some water. We definitely want to stay hydrated while we are practicing. We're going to get sweaty, do a lot of lower body work, a lot of core work, so make sure you have water with you. Good morning, everyone. It's so good to have you with us. And if you are enjoying the practices that we've been bringing you and you have the means and have it in your heart to do so, we have these amazing masks made by one of our instructors, Mary Beth. And if you give a donation of any size through our Venmo to Mystic Fitness, we will send you one of these wonderful, wonderful masks so that you can stay safe while you are going about your life. So why don't we get started? You can come down onto your mat, come into a comfortable position. That could be seated, it could be reclined. Just slowly allow yourself to settle down onto the floor. Feel the weight of your body pressing into your mat. Allow your eyes to close and allow yourself to just slow down a little bit as you arrive on your mat, as you arrive into your body. Normally I would say arrive in the studio as well, but give yourself that moment of arrival in your home studio, wherever you are. Treat it just like a practice in your yoga studio. Give yourself that same intentionality as you move onto your mat to begin your practice. And as you have allowed your eyes to close and the weight of your body to kind of just settle into the floor, bring your attention to your breath, and slowly begin to fill your belly with a deep inhale, feeling it stretch wide with air. And then as you exhale, just allow it to deflate and soften back down. Your next breath in fills your belly, but then also travels up into the rib cage, feeling them press away from your spine. And then as you exhale, you gently release from your spine, or from your ribs, down to your belly, feeling it all deflate back down towards your spine. Next breath in fills belly and then ribs. And then that breath moves all the way up into the heart space, feeling your collarbones expanding, and then you release from top to middle to bottom, ending with that softening of the belly. Taking this 3-part breath, maybe 2 more times at your own pace, slowly filling the belly and then the ribs and then the chest, and then allowing that breath to release in the opposite direction, flowing from the heart space down toward the ribs, and then finally releasing from the belly entirely. And after you've completed 2 full cycles of this 3-part breath, if you're not already seated, you can slowly bring yourself into a seated position. We'll open our practice with the sacred sound of Om. And so once you have arrived in that seated posture, bring both palms over the heart space. We'll take a cleansing breath first, an inhale and an exhale. And now a breath in. Let's have a magical Monday practice, everybody. You can slowly allow your eyes to open. Greeting yourself as you take another breath in and a breath out. Inhaling to lift both arms up to the sky, stretching tall through the spine, and then just begin circling the wrists, getting a little movement through the hands, maybe wiggling the fingers, and then changing the direction of those circles. Flipping palms to the sky and then back down to the earth, and doing that a few times in each direction, forwards and back, to the left and right. Just waking up the joints in the body before we put any pressure on them. Maybe spreading the fingers very wide, spreading them as far apart from each other as you can, stretching, 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 and then squeezing them tight into little fists, tight, tight, tight. Inhale as you spread the fingers wide. Exhale as you pull them into those tight fists. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze. Now keep your breath nice and steady, but make those fists as fast as you can for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feel that fire in the forearms, and then shake out the hands for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's get a little movement through the shoulders now. So as if you're doing a front crawl, just kind of rotate one arm at a time forward. Keep a gentle bend through the elbows, no need to hyperextend. And you can do this front crawl as slow or as fast as you want. And now maybe take a little turn, bringing the gaze up to the right hand as you move it, and then gaze to the left hand as you move it. Just taking a couple more forwards for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now moving those arms back like a backwards crawl. Getting the opposing direction as well. And we do that for 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Awesome. Take a deep breath in, stretching tall to the sky, maybe interlacing the hands and just getting a nice long stretch through the torso, and then bringing the hands down alongside your body and slowly transitioning into your tabletop position. In your tabletop, you're on the palms of your hands and your knees, and you're taking time to make sure that you have aligned your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees, that you have a nice neutral spine to begin, so that your gaze is down towards your mat, keeping that spine neutral, keeping that neck neutral. Now we'll take some gentle cat and cow motions here. So we inhale and open the heart, tilting the tailbone up towards the sky. Gaze comes forward in front of us. Then as we exhale, curl the spine, tuck the tailbone under, draw your gaze towards your belly button. Inhale, opening the chest, pressing those palms down into the floor. Exhale, round and tuck, continuing to press the palms down into your mat. Taking this a few more times at your own pace, moving with your breath here. Being intentional about matching your movement to the length of an inhale or to the length of an exhale. Coming back to a neutral spine position. We'll get a little gentle twist here. So we'll inhale, opening up the chest to the right, lifting right fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, just drop the right palm back down towards the mat. Inhale, open, right fingertips stretch. Exhale, just lower right palm back down to the mat. Third time, inhale, opening the heart. And this time, as you exhale, right fingertips thread through that space between left palm and left knee. And maybe you even lower the right shoulder down onto your mat for a threaded needle. And inhale here. And exhale. Next breath in opens you back up, opening heart to the right, lifting right arm up to the sky. Exhale, drops right palm down to your mat. Then we take it to the other side. So inhale, opening up to the left side, left fingertips stretching to the sky. Exhale, gently lowering left palm to the floor. Inhale, open. Exhale, release. Third time, inhale, opening the heart to the left, lifting left fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, weaving that left hand through the space between right hand and right knee, threading the needle, maybe lowering that left shoulder down to the mat, staying for a breath in and out. Inhale, opening the chest, lifting left fingertips to the sky. Exhale, lowering the left palm down to your mat. Maybe getting some hip circles in here, so gently widening the knees a little bit, and then rocking the hips in a clockwise motion. Just stirring the body, spreading your stomach over your thighs a little bit, like jelly on bread, and then taking it the other direction, rotating your hips in a counterclockwise movement, opening them up in both directions. Take a breath in and a breath out. Coming back to a neutral tabletop position, gaze is towards the floor, extending the right leg back behind you, hovering that leg in the air, pressing both palms down into your mat, continuing to maintain that neutral spine. And now bending that knee and keeping the foot flexed. We're going to do a little donkey kick here by pressing the right foot up to the sky and then gently lowering, but not touching that right knee to the floor. Keeping the sole of the foot pressing up to the ceiling the whole time as if you're stamping your footprint there. Let's take 5 more. Ready? 5, 4, 3, pressing that right heel, 2, up to the sky, last one, and then lowering right knee back down to your mat. Let's take it on the left side. So left leg presses back, lift it up from the floor, and then left knee bends, and we gently press left foot up to the sky, and then lower that left knee to a hover over the mat. And then we press, remembering to keep the sole of that left foot towards the sky as if you're leaving your footprint there. 5 more. 5, 4, and press. 3, you're almost there. 2, and 1. Lowering that left knee back down. Swapping it out again. So right leg presses up and back. And now we're going to do a little toe tap. So the right toes will tap over to the left side of your mat, and then lift up and come over and tap the right side of your mat, aiming to isolate that movement into the leg. So your core is working to stay steady and still as you gently tap the right toes to the left and then right toes to the right for 5, 4, a nice slow mindful movement, 3, engage the core, keep it nice and stable, 2, and last one, tapping to the left, tapping to the right, and then bringing right knee back underneath the right hip. Let's take it on the left side now. So left leg extends back, and then left toes tap to the right, and then slowly lift up and over to the left side, as if you're drawing a little rainbow with your toes up and over from left to right. Let's take 5 more. Ready? Tap to the right. Now tap to the left. Tap to the right. Tap to the left. Keep your core nice and stable. There's 3, 2, isolating that movement. Last one here, tap to the right and tap to the left, and then draw that left knee back underneath the left hip. Let's take a few more hip circles here, circling those hips clockwise, and then counterclockwise. Awesome. Take a breath in and a breath out. And now dropping the right foot out to the right side and lifting up onto the left knee. You can take a peek in your monitor if you're not quite sure what we're doing. But that left knee is planted down into your mat. Your right foot is also planted, or you can have the right heel planted with the toes lifted up. It's really whatever you prefer. Inhale, both arms up to the sky. As you exhale, you'll gently bring the torso up and over towards that right leg, getting a gentle side stretch through the torso, but also a gentle stretch through that right hamstring. Take a breath in and out. Your inhale brings the torso up and all the way over to the left side. Left palm plants into your mat, and maybe that right leg lifts up, kind of like a balancing half moon, but supported by your knee instead of your foot. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale brings you up to center, using your core strength to help lift yourself up. And then one more time, stretching up and over to the right, feeling that amazing stretch through the left side of your torso, feeling that incredible stretch through the right hamstring. On an inhale, you lift your torso, slowly plant left palm, and maybe extend that right leg for an inhale and an exhale. Breath in draws you back to center. You can plant those palms back down onto your mat, and let's swap out the legs. So right knee underneath right hip. Left leg extends out to the side, planting left foot into your mat, and then gently lifting your torso up. On a breath in, reaching the arms to the sky. On a breath out, lifting up and over towards the left side. So now the right side of your abdominals, your rib cage, it's getting this great stretch. Your left hamstring is feeling the stretch. Breath in, breath out. Next inhale, you know what to do. Brings your torso up and over so that the right palm plants. Weight shifts into that right palm as the left leg extends up, like a balancing half moon. Inhale, exhale. Next breath in, use that core strength, lift your torso, plant the left foot, inhale and stretch. Beautiful. Feel that amazing opening through the right side of your core. On your next inhale, take it one more time up and over to the right side. Right palm plants. Shifting your weight, allow left foot to float up from the floor. Breath in, breath out. Beautiful. On an inhale, come back to center and gently transition back to your tabletop, and then toes tuck under, hips lift up and back. Find your downward facing dog. Maybe grabbing a quick sip of water if you need one. And then we'll meet in our downward facing dog, being gentle with your body. This is our first downward facing dog of the practice, so make sure you take time to walk your dog, bending one knee at a time, and you alternate pressing left and then right heel into your mat. Take a breath in and out. Feet walk forward to meet the hands. Inhale for a halfway lift. Palms come to shins or to your thighs as you press the crown of your head forward, creating length through your spine. Stay here for a breath in. And on an exhale, gently fold forward, rooting your feet down into your mat, rising up on a breath in, reaching the arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, fold forward once more, keeping a micro bend through your knees, nice neutral spine. Inhale for that halfway lift, stretching the crown of the head forward. Stay here for an extra breath in. And then as you exhale, release. Planting the fingertips into your mat, both feet step back as you arrive in a high plank. In your high plank, the palms are planted into your mat, and you're pressing through your hands as if you're going to move the floorboards down a couple inches. And as you press your palms down, you'll notice you're creating engagement through your shoulders and in your back. Feel the space that you're creating between your shoulder blades. Breath in, breath out. Holding this for another 2 breaths. Inhale, exhale. Keep those glutes engaged. Imagine you're balancing that cup of morning coffee on your back. You don't want to spill a drop. Breath in, breath out. Drop both knees to your mat. Bend your elbows so that you lower your torso all the way down to the floor. Palms alongside the chest. Inhale for a low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Toes tuck under, hips lift up and back. Breath in, breath out. Inhale the right leg up to the sky. As you exhale, draw the right knee in towards your nose. Plant that right foot for your runner's lunge. Taking a moment here in your runner's lunge, maybe placing blocks underneath your hands so that your chest isn't crunched down into the thigh, but you have a little more space and opening. Make sure that you're rooting that right foot firmly down into your mat and engaging that right quad. We're going to lift up into a crescent lunge, so make sure that you're stabilizing through your lower body, and on an inhale, gently raise your torso, lift the arms, arriving in your crescent lunge. That right knee is stacked over the right ankle. Arms are lifted up to the sky, but make sure your shoulders stay relaxed. You can drop your arms into this goalpost position with bent elbows to make sure that your shoulders stay nice and relaxed, and this helps to open your heart as well if you kind of gently draw the elbows back. Take a breath in and a breath out. As you inhale, extend both arms up to the sky. As you exhale, transition to your warrior 2, dropping that left heel down, opening your hips. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, reverse your warrior, tilting the torso back, but keeping your legs nice and stable. Your legs do not move at all. Breath in, breath out. One more inhale. And as you exhale, tilt the torso forward and cartwheel the hands down to frame that right foot. Left heel turns up, runner's lunge. Right foot steps back, high plank. Inhale. Exhale. Transitioning to a side plank on the right. So right palm plants, turning on to the side of the right foot. You open the heart to the left side of your mat. Left fingertips extend up to the sky. Holding this for 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, you've got this. Keep that right shoulder stacked over the right palm and the right wrist. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly lowering left palm back to your mat. Rolling forward on the toes, bending at the elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, left leg up to the sky. Exhale, draw left knee in towards the nose. Plant left foot, runner's lunge. Taking a moment to set up your runner's lunge. Making sure that that left foot is planted firmly down into your mat. Making sure that you're drawing your thighs towards the midline of your body. Take a breath in and a breath out. Stabilizing the legs, rooting the feet down into the earth. On an inhale, you lift your upper body, lift the arms, finding your crescent lunge. Maybe dropping arms into goalpost position. Breath in, breath out. Inhale and exhale, making sure that left knee is stacked over left ankle. Inhale, extend the arms. Exhale, opening the hips, dropping that right heel down, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior, keeping your legs nice and stable as you tilt the torso back. Feel that stretch through the left side of your abdominals. Breath in, breath out. One more inhale. And as you exhale, tilt the torso forward, cartwheel the arms down, hands frame that left foot steps back to meet the right in your high plank. And now we take that side plank on the left. So left palm plants, making sure that your left shoulder is stacked over the left wrist. You open up, tilting onto the outer edge of the left foot, opening your chest to the right side of your mat, extending the right fingertips up to the sky. We stay for 2 breaths. Breath in, breath out. Inhale and exhale. Slowly lowering that right hand back down to the mat, transitioning to your high plank, rolling forward on the toes, bending at the elbows, lowering down just a couple inches for your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take another few sun cell Bs and we'll just build onto them a little bit with each set. So feet walk forward to meet the hands. Inhale for a halfway lift. Palms come to shins or thighs. Extend the crown of the head forward. Breath in. As you exhale, release. Grounding down into the feet. On an inhale, slowly lifting up to standing, reaching the arms to the sky, and exhale, fold forward, keeping a bend through the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, fingertips to your mat, both feet step back, high plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. On an inhale, right leg floats up to the sky, and then right knee pulls in towards the nose, right foot plants, runner's lunge. Taking a moment in your runner's lunge to stabilize your feet, engage your lower body, pull the thighs towards the midline, right palm to right thigh. We'll take a twist here, so inhale to lengthen through your torso, exhale, gentle twist to the right. Maybe the right fingertips reach up to the sky. We stay here for an inhale. As you exhale, unwind the twist, releasing back to runner's lunge. Next breath in slowly lifts you up to your crescent lunge. Arms can drop to that goalpost position. We'll take 10 lunges here. So we'll inhale and extend the legs, extend the arms. As we exhale, we pull the arms down as we bend both knees, coming into a nice deep lunge. As you inhale, press through that right heel, engage that right glute to lift yourself up, and then exhale, lunge. Let's take 8 more. Ready? 8, 7, 6. Find a breath pattern. 5, 4. Remember to imagine you're pulling that bar down. 3, 2. You're almost there. Last one. Finding your way back into that crescent lunge for just a moment, and then opening up into your warrior two. Breath in, breath out. One more inhale, and exhale. On your next breath in, go ahead and reverse your warrior, tilting your torso back, and then exhale, cartwheel the arms forward, hands frame the front foot. Right foot steps back, high plank, holding your plank. Let's take a toe tap. So right toes step off the mat and back to center, and then left toes step off the mat and back to center. We take that for 10, 9, aiming to isolate the movement, 8, 7, keep your core as still as possible, 5, halfway there, 4, You got this. 3, 2, last one. Drop both knees to your mat. Bend at the elbows. Lower your body all the way down. Inhale for a low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk it out for a breath in and a breath out. One more inhale and an exhale. Inhale the left leg up to the sky. Exhale, left knee pulls in towards the nose. Left foot plants, runner's lunge. Taking a moment in your runner's lunge. Plant the feet, maybe hips width distance apart. The sole of the left foot is rooted down into the earth. You're pulling your thighs towards the midline. Breath in, breath out. We'll take that twist now, so left palm to left thigh. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, twist to the left. Maybe extending left fingertips up to the sky. Breath in, breath out. Gently unwinding the twist, lowering left fingertips back down to your mat or to your block. On a breath in, lifting up to your crescent lunge. Finding that goalpost position if that's what calls to you. Making sure the left knee is stacked over left ankle. And then we take those 10 lunges. So inhale, extend. Exhale, pull that bar down and lunge. And we do this for 9, 8, you got this, 7, 6, press through that left heel, 5, feel that left glute working so hard, 4, 3, you're almost done, 2, and last one, lunge deep, find that crescent lunge, and then opening to your warrior 2, breath in, breath out. Making sure that left knee is still stacked over the left ankle. One more inhale and exhale. On your next breath in, reverse your warrior, tilting the torso back while keeping your legs nice and stable. Keeping that left knee stacked over the left ankle. Breath in. And as you exhale, cartwheel both hands down to frame that left foot. Right heel turns up, runner's lunge. Left foot steps back, high plank. Holding your plank, breath in, breath out. Let's take 10 plank jacks here. So your feet hop together, out wide like a jumping jack, and then back together. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both knees drop to your mat. Bend at the elbows, lower yourself all the way down to the floor. On an inhale, low cobra. On an exhale, child's pose. Maybe a sip of water. A few deep breaths. Beautiful. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale and exhale. Let's all meet in downward facing dog. And then feet walk forward to meet the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root the feet down into the floor, feeling the soles of your feet pressing into your mat. And on an in-breath, slowly rise up to standing, reaching the arms up to the sky, and then just bringing palms to heart center. We'll move into a little bit of balance here. So let's just take a moment to ground down, to root into the earth. So your feet can be hips width distance apart or together. It's really whatever feels best for you. But imagine that you've dipped your feet in paint and now you're trying to leave very clear footprints behind you. So you're pressing the entire bottom of your foot down into your mat, like you're going to leave that impression of your foot behind you. And then feel that engagement rising up from the soles of your feet into your calves and your hamstrings and your quads and your glutes and pelvic floor and all the way up into your core. Palms are pressing against each other. Breath in. And as you breathe out, slowly sink your hips down into your chair pose. Keeping a slight tuck to your tailbone. Thighs are drawing towards each other. Whether your thighs are touching or not, you're hugging them towards one another like magnets are pulling them towards each other. Breath in, breath out. Shifting your weight into your right leg. The left knee pulls up towards your chest. You can extend that right leg. You can plant the left palm on that left thigh, or find a standing wind relieving pose, interlacing your hands a couple inches below the knee but on the shin, and then hugging that left knee in towards the body. Breath in, breath out. So I promised you power, and I'm going to fulfill that promise. So we're going to do a little bit more lower body work here. So release your hands, bringing palms back to center. We're going to do a curtsy lunge here by bringing the left foot back behind us into a lunge, but we're stepping that left foot towards the right side as if you're dropping into a curtsy to the queen. And then you bend both knees and pressing through that right heel, engaging that right glute. You kick back off. Take that left heel and just kind of tap the right knee. Okay, then left foot steps back to the right. We lunge, pressing off through that right glute. Tap. Let's take 3 more. Ready? Lunge and tap. Feel the fire in that right glute. It's getting so strong. 2, lunge and tap. Last one, lunge. And now we come into a full figure 4 chair pose. So that left heel just kind of presses against that right thigh. And with a nice bend in that right knee, you might be able to stabilize that left foot without holding it. Totally welcome to use the hands to hold that left heel against the right thigh. We'll stay here for 2 breaths. You got this. Breathe in. Breathe out. That right glute is going to be so strong. 1 more breath in and a breath out. You guys are amazing. As you breathe in, draw that left knee back towards the chest and then drop it, that foot back down towards the floor. Rock your hips from side to side. Maybe get a little coat sleeve action in, just swinging the arms from left to right as you breathe in and breathe out. And let's take it on the other side now, but we'll begin from that same position. We'll take that chair pose 1 more time. And we'll take a moment to really just ground down into the floor. So set up your feet together, hips width distance apart. Inhale the arms to the sky. Exhale, palms to heart center. Feel that engagement rising from the soles of your feet into the legs, into your glutes and your abdomen. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, chair pose. You got this. Breath in, breath out. Use your breath to help you maintain this here. Inhale, exhale. Weight shifts into left foot now. Right knee pulls in towards the chest as left knee extends. You can place right palm on right thigh or take that wind relieving pose. Hands interlace underneath that right knee on the shin. Left foot is planted into the earth. That left glute is engaged. Squeeze super tightly so that you're stabilized. Breath in, breath out. We'll find those curtsy lunges now. So bringing palms to heart center maybe. Those right toes reach back around you to the left side. landing on the ball of the right foot. We lunge, bending both knees like you're curtsying the queen. You can see her standing in front of you if you just imagine. And then rooting down through that left foot, we press up, feeling that left glute working so hard. Right heel taps the left knee. And then we lunge and lift and tap. Beautiful. 3 more. Ready? Lunge and tap. Feel how hard that left glute is working to stabilize you, to lift you back up. 2, last one here. You lunge, pressing through that left foot, pressing through that left glute. Right foot doesn't just tap, but it sits now across that left thigh. Figure 4 chair. You're getting a beautiful stretch through that right hip, kind of right glute area, but you're also really working that left glute. So you're strengthening, you're stretching. It's the beauty of yoga. You're tuning into your body as you focus on that left foot and ankle that are working so hard to help you stabilize. Breath in, breath out. You got this. One more inhale. And as you exhale, release. Stepping that right foot back down, rocking the hips from side to side, maybe doing a little coat sleeves, just swinging the arms from left to right as you breathe in and breathe out. Beautiful. Let's continue our balancing sequence with an eagle pose next. So feet can be together or hips width distance apart. Whatever feels right for you. Inhale both arms up to the sky and focus on that right arm here. Allow it to swing underneath the left arm. And you can interlace your hands or place each hand on the opposite shoulder. And you're getting the same benefit of an opening through your shoulders with this modifier, but it's a little bit more gentle on your shoulder. So if you have any type of shoulder issue, I highly encourage this posture or this position for the arms as opposed to interlacing the hands. Take a breath in. As you exhale, sink both hips down like a chair pose, and then right toes step to the right, and then right thigh wraps up and over the left thigh. So you're kind of lacing yourself together like a couple of ribbons, kind of just raveling yourself up. Ravel, if you know, you know. Sinking the hips down, lifting the heart up. We breathe in and breathe out. And as you tangle yourself up this way, your hips are getting opened, your shoulders are getting open. Breath in, breath out. If you like a nested or humbled eagle, you can hinge from your hips and drop your chest over your thighs. If you'd like to fly your eagle, you can unravel that right leg, kick it back behind you, and do this airplane with eagle arms. We'll stay here for 2 breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. If you are flying your eagle, make sure that you are pointing your toes down towards your mat for nice square hips. Last breath in. And as you breathe out, gently unwind, unravel yourself, whatever that looks like for you. Inhale, both arms up to the sky, stretching tall for a moment. Maybe shaking the legs for a second, just giving yourself that little reset before we take it to the other side. Totally fresh start here. Breath in and out. All right, rooting the feet down into the earth, finding the position, the placement that works for you. Inhale the arms to the sky. We identify left hand and left arm now and let it swing underneath the right. Either interlacing the hands or placing each hand on the opposite shoulder. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, hips sink down. This time, left toes step out to the left side, and then left thigh wraps up and over the right thigh. Hips get nice and low. Chest is lifted. And you're squeezing your legs together as tightly as you can. So there's no need to get your toes behind the other leg. You're just aiming to eliminate any air pockets, any gaps or spaces between your legs. Breath in, breath out. Just really ravel yourself up together. Maybe hinging from your hips, dropping your chest to your legs, maybe unwinding that left leg to kick it back behind you. That left foot will stay flexed so that the toes point to the earth. You want your hips nice and square, staying in the same plane. Breath in, breath out. Last inhale here. Take it in. And as you release the breath, slowly release from this posture, lifting your chest, unwrapping your legs, unwrapping your arms, just stretching tall to the sky. And then as you exhale, take a gentle forward fold. And maybe just stay in that fold for a minute. Walk your feet out, at least hips width distance apart, maybe a little wider. Take a nice bend in the knees. Wrap each hand over the opposite elbow and just let yourself sink into ragdoll for a couple breaths, swaying gently from left to right. Taking a deep breath in and out. One more inhale and exhale. Planting your fingertips into your mat, stepping both feet back, coming into a high plank, dropping both knees to your mat, and lowering yourself all the way down. Maybe grabbing a quick sip of water on your way. We'll do a couple back bends here. Just get a little opening through the chest before we wind it down completely. Planting your forearms into your mat so that your elbows are underneath your shoulders in a sphinx position. So it's a very gentle opening through the chest. Make sure that you're still squeezing your glutes and pressing your elbows, forearms, palms down into the floor. And as you do so, you're squeezing the shoulder blades together, pressing the shoulders away from the ears, feeling this gentle opening across the heart space. Breath in, breath out. Inhale and exhale. One more breath in. And then as you exhale, gently release, lowering your head down to your mat, maybe windshield wipering your legs by bending your knees and just swishing them from left to right if that feels nice for you. And then laying your left forearm down across your mat so that you can lay your forehead against it like a little cushion. Although you don't have to, you can also just kind of use it to prop yourself up. But it's the forearm is parallel to the top edge of your mat, if that helps. Bending the right knee, reach the right fingertips around and grab the right foot or ankle and just kind of give yourself a gentle quad stretch and shoulder opener here as you press the knee sort of away from you. Breathing in and out. Inhale and exhale. One more breath in. Feel that amazing stretch through your quad. And then as you exhale, you release that right foot and swap out the arm. So right forearm plants parallel to that top edge of your mat. And you can rest your forehead against your arm or just kind of prop yourself up. And then left knee bends and you reach around with the left fingers and grab that left foot or ankle and feel that stretch through the right quad now. Through the left quad. The left shoulder is also getting a bit of a stretch here as you're pressing that left knee away from you. Being gentle on your body though. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale and exhale. One more breath in. And as you breathe out, just releasing that left foot down behind you. Two options for our last back bend. You can either bend both knees and reach the hands around behind you for your bow pose, or bending the elbows into those goalpost position and bending the knees, you can take skydiver. On an inhale, whichever one you're choosing, you'll lift up or reach around, feeling that opening through the chest, kicking the legs up, feeling that work in your glutes as you kick the legs up and up, feeling that opening as you breathe in and out. One more breath in. And as you exhale, releasing down. Ooh, maybe windshield wipering those legs, bending both knees and swishing them from left to right and left to right for a breath in and a breath out. And then taking your time to do so, you'll slowly flip over onto your back. Taking your time. There's no rush to arrive. And once you're on your back, just drawing both knees in towards your chest, giving yourself a little squeeze, a little hug, or maybe finding a happy baby, tucking two fingers around the big toes, or hands to the insides of the feet, whatever feels right for you, and just kind of pulling the knees down towards the body, rocking from side to side for a breath in and a breath out. One more inhale and an exhale. Beautiful. Dropping the soles of your feet to your mat now. Knees are bent and the soles of the feet are pressing into the floor. We'll take a reclining pigeon here. Get another little stretch through the hips. So the right ankle will cross over the left thigh. And you can stay right here, or you can place a block underneath that left foot to get some slight elevation. You can also pull that left knee towards the chest, maybe even grabbing on to that right foot and right knee with your hands. You can remain stable or gently rock the knees from the left to the right, or you can just kind of drop your hips to the left side and let them sit there. Whatever feels right for you. Always taking time to play around to see if something different is really calling to your body today, or if each side of your body requires something different in this practice. Each practice is unique. So make sure that you're giving yourself the freedom to play around. One more breath here. Inhale. And exhale, dropping the left foot back to your mat if it's not already there, uncrossing that right ankle and taking it on the left now. So left ankle crosses over right thigh. You can place a block underneath that right foot or pull right thigh towards your body, towards your chest, maybe grabbing onto that left foot and left knee, maybe rocking from side to side as you breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale. And exhale. And it's totally normal if something different calls to you on one side of your body compared to the other. They're not twins. They are related, but they might need something different. Breath in. And breath out. Bringing your hips and your knees back to center. Let's take a reclining twist. So keeping the knees bent, feet rooted into your mat, you'll lift your hips up and move your hips to the right side of your mat and drop them down. Then you allow your knees to fall towards the left. So it's a little counterintuitive, but hips go to the right, knees fall to the left. And then give your shoulder blades a little wiggle to make sure that both shoulder blades are planted evenly into your mat, and you can extend the arms out like a T to the left and right. Your gaze can be up to the sky or to either side, whatever feels good for your neck. You can also just let your eyes close, kind of settle into this twist. Couple breaths here. Inhale and exhale. breath in and a breath out. Switching it out now, so slowly bringing hips and knees to center, rooting the feet down into the floor. You lift your hips first, and now move your hips to the left side of your mat and drop them down, and knees fall towards the right. And then again, you wiggle your shoulder blades, make sure they're both pressing with even pressure into your mat. Arms can stay extended to the left and right. Or maybe you reach them overhead. Really, whatever feels good for you is fine. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale. And exhale, letting yourself just kind of melt away into the floor. Feeling your breath evening back out as you get this gorgeous stretch through the spine. One more breath here. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Slowly moving your body back to center, and you can just extend your arms and your legs now. Maybe grabbing a quick sip of water if that's calling to you, as you allow yourself to just kind of settle into your mat as we begin our Shavasana. So your legs maybe stretch out in front of you. Arms, find a comfortable position. There's no right or wrong answers here in your Shavasana. It's about giving yourself a few moments of physical stillness, allowing yourself to tune into your breath and tune into your body, noticing what it feels like as you just kind of surrender into your mat. And without all the physical distraction, what are you able to notice about how your physical self feels? Where are you still holding tension? Where is there still a feeling of constriction? And as you tune into these sensations, as you continue to breathe in, filling your lungs, and then breathe out, emptying them, how can you allow that breath to bring a softening into those places where you still feel that tension or constriction? Deep breath in, slow breath out. Taking your time to slowly lift up into a seated posture, moving gently and carefully. There's no rush to arrive. And as you come into that seated position, whenever that is, draw both palms over the heart space. And we'll end our practice the same way we began, with that sacred sound of Om. A cleansing breath first. Inhale and exhale. Breath in. The spirit in me honors the spirit in you. There's a word in Sanskrit that means to honor and bow to another, and that word is Namaste. And I honor and bow to each and every one of you now. Namaste. I hope that you all found something to carry with you off your mat whenever you tuned into this practice, whether you were with us live or finding it later on archived on Facebook or Instagram or on YouTube. I will be back tomorrow subbing for the other Kelly, and I'm so looking forward to bringing you guys another practice this week. I hope that you all have a magical day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.